So I want to welcome everyone who's here. Annette, warm welcome to you. Eliza, thank you for joining. Marita and Donna, welcome. Pam, so nice of you to join. I know you're very busy and everybody else is busy. Jordana, really nice to have you. Ruth, welcome. And Thea is here. So the reason for this particular class is to give people information about their quantum infinity as a business building tool. So a lot of people who are in Young Living have been educated about the Zyto. And the Zyto is something that they need to pay a monthly fee in order to have, and something that they only use for the most part, their Young Living Oils business. So what we want to let people know is that for not having to pay a monthly fee, and for something that's portable that can fit in the palm of their hand or in their purse or in their suitcase or their handbag, we have a tool that they can take with them everywhere. And so when they get asked by someone who's interested in Young Living Oils, or somebody says to them, what Young Living Oils should I take? Of course, they can recommend things based on what they know and what they have learned. But seeing is believing. And when people see the oils that come up for them, when you scan them, they are completely engaged. And they're really interested in what are the oils that are coming up for me in this scan. Oh, I want to know what the machine says. I want to know what the equipment says. And so a combination of your cognitive, intellectual knowledge and experience with all of the Young Living products, with all of the Young Living oils, with all of the blends is really powerful. But again, when you scan them, you will find that people have more of an engagement factor. There's a believability to seeing things in black and white. It also becomes a learning tool for you, because you're going to be so blown away when you go through the Young Living Oil, the singles or the blends panels. What is so fun about that is seeing what are the oils that come up for you that day. And then you read about them and you learn new oils, but also you think, oh, I didn't think of that one. And isn't that interesting that they came up for me? And you read about it and it contains something that you were missing. So using the Young Living Oils with the Quantum Infinity is a gas. It's a totally fun, and it makes your business with Young Living Oils really fun, and it makes it new again. So you're going to find that you're going to sell more product, you're going to sign more people up, you're going to have more people reorder from you, because you could have them call you up and you could do a Skype or a video chat or a phone consultation, and you could test them for free. What is the oil that would be the right oil for them today? They get so gleefully excited about it. So I want to hear from you guys. Who here on the call today has been using Young Living Oils? So if you have been using Young Living Oils in your practice, or you've been, putting Young Living Oils on for some time, or you're a distributor, send me a message in the message box and let me know. Yes, I use Young Living Oils. And let's see who is actually using the Young Living Oils. So let's see if some people are using the oils. Let's find out. I got to escape out of this for a second. Who's using the oils? Ruth, you're using them. Pam uses them. Eliza, you use them. Annette's been using them. She's such a great expert and a resource. She uses them regularly. Okay, so let's check in. So since a lot of you guys on here are experts, I'm going to be asking for your assistance. We are going to be building a panel together today, Young Living Oils and the liver. Young Living Oils for detoxification. So I want you to right now put on your thinking cap and think of your favorite Young Living Oils and favorite products for the liver. And we're going to get a panel going, and we're going to talk about some of your favorite practices for the liver and what you really, really like to do to support your liver, to do detoxification, to support your gallbladder, to support your kidneys. I did say liver, but for liver and detoxification. So because when we talk about liver detoxification, we have to talk about kidney detoxification and bowel detoxification as well. So this is going to be juicy. This is going to be fun. So I want to hear the best of what you guys have to offer on this. So it's all about liver and detox for our talk today. So you guys who've been doing biofeedback for a while know that biofeedback is really powerful. Another thing that is really cool that you can do for your Young Living Oil clients is you can run the frequency of detoxification, all of those great positive frequencies, all of the Young Living oils that are related to detoxification for them in a session. So let's say if people who come and they buy oils from you, or they've now become distributors and they want more information from you. Well, part of your teaching and training, or part of the service or benefit you can offer to them, is testing them on a regular basis and running the frequencies of the oils that come up for them. So really what you're doing in the quantum infinity is something called resonance. You're allowing those frequencies to connect with their energy field. And this is by a process known as entrainment. And so when you hear the frequencies, or when the frequencies are being run for you, when you're connected with the wristbands, in all of those instances, long distance, hearing the tones, or directly connected with the wristbands, you're receiving powerful frequencies which you're bringing into your energy field. Your energy field is being impacted by those frequencies. So in the same way, the frequencies from the Young Living oils are also entraining your field, and they're changing your field in a really powerful way. That's what happens when you use Young Living oils, is you shift and change your energy field, because your energy field is listening to the frequencies around you. So when you put them on the kidney points, or you put them on the back in the raindrop therapy, or you put them on your hand or anywhere, if you take them internally, ultimately it is the frequency that you're connecting with oils, and that's very similar to biofeedback. So these things are synchronistic. They go together. They really match up, and they go incredibly well together. So you're going to like this. This is really, really cool stuff. So the combination of Young Living oils and the quantum infinity is a winning combination. It's a way to deliver energy medicine to that person in a really powerful way. It's super exciting. I think it's fun. I really find it that it's a way for me to continue to learn more about the oils. I personally have the essential oils desk reference, and I absolutely love it. And so when I'm testing those single oil panels and I see, oh, all the delicious oils that are coming up for me, then my next step is to go and to, look it up in the book and find out more about it and read more about it. So this is really a winning combination. Now, if you already have the quantum infinity, but you're thinking of referring someone in your downline or getting another distributor involved in the quantum infinity, of course, we have the commission, right? The $200 commission for any of your referrals. Send those referrals directly to me, and I'll set them up with the trial. But also, they will get for free a $300 Young Living Oils panel. So they will get all of the single oils, all of the blends, the supplements, and some of the skincare products are already in there for them, and you will get that panel. So that's something that I've actually programmed all of those oils in there for you, and that's something that you get that's really fun for people to experience. So hopefully you guys are contributing some of your best oils. Go ahead, you can write them in, your Juvaflex, your Detoxizyme, your Megazyme, your Helichrysum, your grapefruit, your orange. All of those are really good, and we'll talk about why they're good, and we'll hear from some of you about your experience in using the oils and why you like those particular oils. So feel free to just jump in there. We'd love to hear from you and love to talk with you as we build our liver and detoxification panel together. So really, this is where it's at, you guys, today. People don't want to take synthetic supplements, and they don't want to eat low-grade food. They want their body to be vitalized. They want to be invigorated. They want to have the best health ever, even in the face of some of the circumstances where we might have the worst food ever. We might have the worst health ever. People are asking for more, and the quantum infinity, these resonant frequencies, and your very high energy, high vibrational field, young living frequencies are the solution. They are what they're craving in order to have a better life. What is amazing is that so many people who are natural users of the quantum infinity are already young living oil distributors. It's almost like a vibrational thing. Like people who are really attracted to the best biofeedback are also attracted to the best essential oils, and seems to go hand in hand. So this is a bit of a look at the Young Living Oil blends. So isn't this fun? You can run this for yourself every day. What are the oils that are coming up most for me? What are the ones that I need today? And you take a look at it and you go, oh, I thought I needed that one. But you can run all of the energies of these blends at any point for yourself. You don't have to buy all of them. You can receive the energy. You could put them all into water or a tincture, and you can use your wristbands or your imprinter in order to do that. We're working on them by conditions. So what about young living oils for the adrenals, or young living oils for the thyroid? So you can test by system. This is super fun for people. So they come in with a thyroid issue. Let's check the ones that are most resonant for them. We do that by starting with the low numbers. So here, Endoflex is the one that's most resonant for this person. Spearmint, myrtle, and basil are also very, very powerful for them. So we could muscle test them. We could put the oils into biocompatibility. We could find out the best actual oil they should take, have them order the oil if they're signed up for themselves, and then run the frequency of the rest of the oils for them during a session. It's absolutely awesome, truly exciting stuff, because you're working with such positive, high vibrations of the oils. All right, so now we're going to get into our liver health and our young living oils. The liver is one of the largest organs in the body. It takes up it's not a very, very clear picture there. I do apologize. Is this one better? I don't have another one. All right, that's okay. We'll just go for it. If you've ever seen a cadaver or gone to Muscles, I forget what it's called, Muscle World. What was that exhibit called? I'm sure somebody knows, where you'd actually see the cadavers and they were really well preserved. Anyway, it was called Bodies. I can't remember. So if you went to that, you could see that the liver takes up a massive part of the abdominal cavity. It's really, really amazing. The liver performs 450 chemical functions. The liver helps you to detoxify so you don't stay drunk for your entire lifetime. It helps you to detoxify the poisons that you're exposed to every day. It also helps to maintain your energy with glycogen, and helps you to maintain your blood sugar because it holds some of the energy between meals. It helps to emulsify your fat so you can digest your fat properly, which comes from the bile. So we'll talk about all of this as we get into the oils. So I'm going to come back to this, and I'm going to talk about the program a little bit later on, but I do want to actually bring up the Quantum Infinity Live here, and then I want to get to some of your suggestions. So what I need to do is I need to do this mirroring thing here. And so I'm going to bring up the live Quantum Infinity so we can look at it and we can get some of your juicy suggestions on here. The liver is an important organ of detoxification, but it's not the only one. The kidneys are incredibly important, and as you are detoxifying things through your liver, you have to make sure that the kidneys are really open. So when you're doing liver detox, make sure that you also do kidney detox. That's really important. Make sure the bowels are open. So if you're doing liver detox, and the person is constipated, that's not going to work very well. Oh gosh, what is going on here? Everything's going a little crazy. I'm trying to get the, there we go. I'm trying to get the mirroring to work. So we're going to talk about all of this, but you need your bowels to be open, you need your liver to be working, you need your gallbladder to be working, and we also need to work with the kidneys. So we're going to take a look at all of that as we get set up here. Now I'm having a little bit of technical difficulty, so as that, oh thank goodness, there we go. Phew. All right, I know we already had our Mercury retrograde, so there we go. All right, beautiful. Okay. So here we are, there's the Young Living Oil blends, and now we're going to go, oh, this is not the right thing. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm almost back to normal. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go down to Young Living, and we're going to, and you can create this on your own device, Young Living Oils, Liver, and Detox. All right, so we got that. And then we'll start with our blank page here. Okay, so let's see what some of you guys have to offer here, some of your ideas. Let's see. I don't know how to work this. Theo will have to talk to you. Okay. So for the liver, any of the Juva oil blend and products. So why don't we actually name what some of those would be? We know that the biggest one is Juva Flex. So why don't we hear a little bit from one of our really resident experts here. Annette, why don't you tell us a little bit about the Juva, a couple of the Juva products, and then we'll get to some of the other participants as well. I'm not sure which one here I need to undo. Okay, Annette, can you hear me? There you go. Okay, Annette, tell us a little bit about Juva Flex.
Well, it's supportive for the liver.
Mm-hmm.
It has geranium in it,
Mm-hmm.
which it can dilate the biliary ducts for liver detoxification.
That's really important. That's really important. In fact, is there orange essential oil in Juva Flex?
I'll have to look up and see what others. I can't.
Okay.
We have
Because it's the
many.
orange, well, not the orange, actually, it's the limonene specifically that helps to dilate the biliary tree. So we can talk about that. Tell us a little bit about, then there's Juvatone, right, which is a capsule, I believe.
It is. It's a supplement. Um, oh dear.
I mean, you don't have all of these memorized? I can't believe it.
No, there's just too many anymore. But it's a capsule to be taken as instructed on the bottle, and it's extremely helpful if you have any liver problems, to help rebuild the liver and to help it get healthy again.
Okay, well, let's talk a little bit about that. First of all, Juvatone is, I'm going to read some of the information from the company, is a powerful herbal complex designed to promote healthy liver function. It's an excellent source of choline. And what choline does is it helps you to make the bile in a much more efficient manner. So that's really probably one of the reasons why it's such a powerful supplement. And I don't know if you know this, Annette, but women who are in menopause and postmenopause, when their estrogen starts to go low, it really impedes the proper production of bile from the liver. And so women end up with a lot of they end up with a lot of bloating in their belly, and part of that is because they're no longer producing bile properly. So things like Juvaflex and Juvatone become really, really important as we age. So what else have you got in your let me just actually read a little bit more here about the Juvatone. I'm trying to get some pictures up here too. So the Juvatone also has methionine, which helps to recycle glutathione, which is one of the most powerful antioxidants in the liver. Um,
It has
and so, yeah, go
beetroot
ahead.
in it. It has beetroot in it.
Yeah, beetroot is like a magical, which when we say beetroot, we sort of mean beet, just beet on its own. That is really a very, very magical food, beet. And it really helps with the methylation pathways for detoxification. And it can really help to turn your health around. It can help with stomach acid. It can help with bile flow. It can help with weight loss. It can help with having more energy. So just having beets, getting beet powder, it helps to build up the methionine. Like I said, it helps with the methylation. So, really, really powerful stuff.
Yes, yes, it is.
And have you taken it yourself?
I have in the past, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, my liver started to detox so fast, I had to stop and slow down for a while.
Why was it detoxing so fast?
Apparently, it was extremely um, toxic. I had been on so many medications in the past that just got stuck there, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And it was quite an experience. The first time I had any kind of liver detox, I was at the Young Living Clinic, and when it was in Utah, and they had me drink the juice that we were to drink every day, and I drank most of it that day.
What
And
was
the
the
next,
juice? What was in the juice that you were drinking?
they made it up each day, and I don't remember all that was in it, but I do remember beet juice was in it. I mean, beets were in it,
Mm-hmm.
celery. Those. That's all I can remember. That was been 14 years ago. Um, but my liver, I had such pain below my right rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
They don't drink it anymore. Your liver is detoxing too fast. It was in spasms.
Mm.
And for the entire 2 weeks I was there, they wouldn't let me do any more detoxing. They said they had to slow it down so my liver could catch up and not be so exhausted.
Well, have you been on medications for a big part of your life before then?
No, the doctors had me on medications for about maybe 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
um, including antidepressants and antibiotics solid for over 3 years.
Well, that's
And
huge. That is a lot of medications.
yeah, and some of the antibiotics were intravenous because
Yeah.
I was hospitalized. And then when they told me I was going to die and there was no more they could do to for me is when I haven't had any medications, drugs since 1993.
No, that's amazing. Yeah, but probably doing some of the Juvatone and Juvaflex on a regular basis probably makes a lot of sense for you to get back in and keep doing some detoxification.
Oh yes, oh yes, a little at a time. And when it starts to hurt, I lay off for a few weeks, sometimes a few months, just because I forget to go back sometimes.
Do you have one other remedy that you really like?
Um, well, I do use Juva Spice a lot.
Uh-huh. Tell us about that one.
Well, it's just kind of nice to use instead of salt and pepper.
Okay.
It's just spices that support the liver, and I just put it on my food, salads, whatever I'm eating.
That's a great recommendation. I love to use food as medicine, so that's really, really fantastic. That's great.
Yeah, it's gentle and supportive. Um, then there's the Juva powder to make a drink.
Okay, and what's in the Juva powder?
Oh, let's see. Let me look here. It has cucumber fruit, dill seed, barley, ginger root, slippery elm, L-taurine, psyllium seed husk, anise seed, fennel seed, aloe vera, peppermint leaf, anise, and fennel.
Fantastic. Okay, all right. Thank you, Annette. Awesome recommendations. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
All right, that's great. Well, that's a good start. And don't worry, we're going to get to everyone and we're going to come back around. And so we're going to get to the next person here. So if you have something important, some important recommendations, we'll get to you. I just wanted to talk a little bit about the liver itself. And so let's take a look at this and we'll come back to those remedies. The liver, as I said, is located in the abdomen. And you can see here it has two lobes. what is actually taking place in the liver itself, there are functional units called sinusoids, and this is where all of the detoxification takes place. And if we look here, we have a number of different pathways in the liver. This isn't very, very clear, but you can see the phase 1 and phase 2. And I just need to get a little crisper like this. The phase 1 and phase 2 these are different stages of detoxification. And this is what you hear about these days in popular culture. The need for sulfur-filled vegetables, the need for beets, the need for asparagus or Jerusalem artichoke. All of those things, whey protein, are things that boost the nutrition for the phase 1 and phase 2 of detoxification. And some of those things are woven into some of the young living oils, so some of the nutrition, and some of it is about the energy that the liver really needs, and some of it is about opening up the biliary tree. So these green things that you see woven into the liver here, this is where the bile is produced and where it ends up being stored in the gallbladder. And the whole thing with the bile is a huge issue, because if you do not properly digest your fats, you can gain weight very quickly. You can end up with a very bloated tummy all the time. You can end up chronically constipated. So as we age, or even, in any stage of life, it's really important to support this bile pathway. So what we saw in the Juva Tone, right, and the Juva Flex, well, especially in the Juvatome that we were talking about, the methionine, the choline, these are things that will support the bile. That's really important. Sometimes we use sunflower lecithin to get choline. That's perfectly fine. All of those things, we always want that liver pathway to be flowing. We don't want to get lots of gunk and buildup in that bile, in that biliary tree. That's going to slow everything down. It's going to slow detoxification down. It's going to slow elimination through the bowels down. So these products, the JuvaFlex, JuvaPowder, JuvaSpice, and Juvatone, those are really powerful products. Let's hear from some of you with some of these other comments and products that you guys are recommending here. Yeah, let's just jump down. So Pam, why don't we hear a bit from you? And I don't know if Thea wants to share anything, but Pam, let me see if I can unmute you here and we could talk a bit. So Pam, can you unmute yourself? There you go. Hey Pam, how are you? Long time no
Great.
talk.
How are you?
Long time no talk, only since yesterday. Thank you for sending the orange oil recommendation. Tell us a little bit about your thoughts about orange oil.
Um, well, Premier Research uses it with D3 for the oil absorption. So it breaks it down and emulsifies it.
Is that
And for the
is that their source of limonene? Is actually the orange oil itself?
it smells like orange. Yes.
Okay, so even though it's called
When I smell it.
limonene, which sounds like lime, it is actually the limonene
Yes.
coming from
But
there.
I think limes. I think citrus. Maybe they all have it. Maybe the orange has more concentrate. So I get the Young Living and I just put it in my smoothies. If I'm going out to dinner and there's going to be oil, because there's so
Sure,
much hidden
sure.
oils that really doesn't resonate.
Yeah,
It hangs in the liver.
yeah,
And so I've been doing that, and I noticed that I don't have what was in that was saying was that pain in that right area where the
yeah.
gallbladder's very unhappy. But and we talked about 2 weeks ago about the castor oil packs and putting the orange oil. And I learned that from your classes, to use the castor oil pack, and we talked about putting the orange on the outside of the skin also.
Yeah, that's a really
I,
great,
I
that's a great idea. Go ahead.
and I also doing that, and you could also probably put the avatar pad on there also, just so it doesn't get like all gooky when you're like doing it, putting that instead of like a heating pad.
The Avatar, the LED light pad?
Yeah, sometimes I put that on the liver, like if we're doing foot soaks or anything, I do that
Yeah.
for support. But I was just thinking, hey, maybe if you put that on, and then of course a covering so it doesn't get all slimy, over just to support the liver when there's any kind of detoxing going on also.
No, fantastic. Do you have any other favorites that you think about for kidney, liver, or just detoxification support in general?
I'm still learning all about the oils, but of course, I run a lot of QI frequencies on there, and I do the in Tai Chi. Used to get the energy or Qigong, get the energy going in your hands, and then rubbing on the kidneys, rubbing on the liver. And and I wanted to tell everybody, thanks for the Endoflex on the ankles. And what I've been doing is just putting, I demonstrate how to, put the oils on the ankle. And after the pulsing of the feet, I go, hey, I'm going to do both ankles, the outside, because that was supposed to be ovaries. And you can really feel a lot of energy going on in there.
So tell us
And
slowly for people, because a lot of people who are here actually were not at our hormonal meeting 2 weeks ago. So slowly tell us what the recommendation was, and tell us again what you've done since then. That's awesome. That's exciting.
um, 2 weeks ago, we were talking, I forget who came, was it Annette, talking about Endoflex you can use on the ankles, and you can put on the outside of the ankles for the ovaries, or the inside of the ankles for the uterus.
Mm-hmm.
And so I do the foot pulsing, which Young Living, that's how I learned about it. And where you put the oils on the hands, and you put your right hand on the right foot, the left hand on the left foot. And you can do this to yourself also.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, I just said, hey, maybe I'll show somebody, because they were having like some female stuff going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I put the Endoflex on my downloads, the palm of the hands over the outside of the ankles, and they could feel it also. So it kind of opened up that area.
That is very cool. I love that. And
Yeah, so try it. It's really cool.
so some of your other favorite practices for the liver in general would be the castor oil pack, like we talked about, with a little bit of orange. As sort of the first, what do? You put the castor oil first, then the orange, and then put some more castor oil over there. What do you usually
Yeah,
do?
because because you told us how to do that last time, because of the castor oil is the carrier.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So so you put the orange oil, then the castor, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was
No,
going to
that's
ask you
fantastic.
about that, by the way.
No, that's great. No, that's a great idea.
And also you can use like the other essential oils, the citrus, the
Yeah,
lime,
any
if you
of
like a lot of that.
any of the citrus oils are really good for liver.
But I use the Young Living orange oil all the time in our smoothies, twice a day,
Really?
and just to give that liver support. And
So
for
have
me, I'm not very, I'm not sensitive to it.
hmm I was going to ask
Where
you.
I don't get like little blisters, or it doesn't bother me.
I was just going to ask if you think that you've gotten some
Hello?
improvement from doing that. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes,
Okay, that's
yeah.
awesome.
Liver's a lot
Yeah.
better, I think, and I don't have as much pain, like any discomfort in that area. And and especially when you go out to a restaurant and you don't know what oils they're putting in. It just is kind of like an emergency kit, I just put it on, and I like it, so it doesn't. It it makes everything yummy. So
Yeah, I mean, I think by the way of the Premier Research products, I think that he took it out of Billy-Ven. I don't think the limonene is in there anymore, which is unfortunate.
probably, yeah, that is. I think he's got something else beside that also, in the Billy Bin. I think that there's I know what it is, taurine. He's using that, and I think he's probably got the limonene already. So
Hmm.
but I
All
like
right.
that it's a
Okay.
combo too.
Okay. Awesome, Pam. Thank you so much. If you think of anything else, just go ahead and jump on in there. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Awesome. So let's switch. Let's see. We have a few more suggestions here, and we can then do a test if somebody wants to volunteer. Eliza says carrot seed oil. So, Eliza, can we maybe, do you have a microphone where we can talk to you? Let's see. Eliza, can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Oh, absolutely. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you doing?
Good, and thanks for joining us. You say carrot seed oil. Tell us about how you connect that with the liver and detoxification.
I'm not sure how I came upon it. I have a son who has a lot of different issues, and he usually I usually get my information by trying to help him, and so I rub it on his abdomen, and it seems to help calm down his digestive issues. So that's why I put that in there. I really am not one with a lot of experience except for
Sure.
hands-on by trying to help my son. So that's as much information as I can give you.
Yeah, no, it's actually carrot seed oil is in the cross analysis. Have you ever used the Young Living Oil cross analysis?
No.
Okay, well, no, I wanted to know so I can demonstrate that for everyone.
Oh,
In the,
yes,
yeah.
excuse me. I have used that. I didn't understand. I thought you were saying that cross analysis was another oil. Excuse me. I got confused. No, I have used it on the program. Yes.
Okay, yeah, because carrot seed oil comes up a lot when you're testing. It often comes up at the top, and so it seems to have a lot of really amazing uses. And it seems like it's one of the unsung heroes in Young Living Oils. You don't often hear about it. You don't think about it as being one of the sexy, exciting oils, yet it has a lot of benefits.
Well, it seems to really help my son. So there we go.
Cool, Eliza. Well, thank you for being on here today. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
All right, so let me just read a little bit about carrot seed oil. The health benefits of carrot seed essential oil can be attributed to properties such as antiseptic, disinfectant, detoxifying, antioxidant, anti-carcinogenic, means it's a great cancer fighter, a carminative, which means it's good for the digestive system, a depurative, helps the person to sweat more, diuretic, helps them to urinate out any toxins through the kidneys, and it says it's carrot seed oil, as the name suggests, is extracted by steam distillation, primarily from dried seeds of wild carrot, but also from the plant itself. And apart from its components, it has things like terpenes, but it also has that limonene in there, which is interesting. So carrot seed oil really is good for the liver in the same way that the orange is, because they both contain that limonene. It has myrcene, beta-bisabine, carotol, but also has carotene and vitamin A, just like you would expect carrots to have. So carrot seed oil is pretty cool. It has a lot of really amazing qualities. So that's a good find. I'm glad that you mentioned that one, Eliza. I really appreciate it. And Kelly says, we have liver issues and seem to react to citrus sometimes. Would it be related to methylation or clogged liver? I would think that the limonene might be starting to really open up those biliary ducts, and a lot of gunk and junk is starting to come out. What people sometimes don't know about all of the bile that comes out of the liver is that it carries with it a lot of toxins. So the toxins are released from the liver through the bile. And this is something that gets concentrated into the gallbladder. So when you start to open up the biliary tree, which is shown here, and that limonene and the citrus starts to dilate these ducts, you're going to dump a lot of stuff. This is sort of similar to doing a coffee enema. And in the coffee enema, you're going to dilate these as well, and you're going to get a big dump into the intestines, because this ultimately connects to the small intestine right here. And so you're probably getting a big shot of detox reaction. That would be my guess. So I would go slow with it. I would do things like the castor oil pack. There are also some Qigong exercises for helping the flow of the liver, for helping the energy liver channels, which probably would be a worthy exercise. And Pam says, yes, carrot seed oil does come up, and celery seed oil. That's really interesting. All right, we've got a volunteer to work on. Tammy, I think, has joined us. So Tammy, we may work on you. Lucky you. Carolyn Mine says that carrot seed on the ovaries or testes point for swallowed up emotions. Oh, that gives me chills. All right, so fantastic. Oh my gosh, very, very interesting stuff going on here. Okay, so we're going to test. We're going to have a volunteer to do some testing. And let me just get back here and we'll find out. So if you guys have some more liver detoxification stuff, go ahead and send that in while I'm taking care of this. So if you have some more detoxification oils You might even want to look them up, or just send me some ideas so we can add to that panel. Hopefully, you've been working on the panel as we've been on today. Please also consider sending your prospects over to me for demonstrations. I can set them up with a trial, and remember that they get this really awesome panel. They get $300 worth of panels, which is all of the oils, the singles, the blends. So really, really cool stuff. You can purchase the panels if you don't have them. They are usually $2.99. But if you don't have them, I will give a $100 discount for attending the webinar, so you can get them for $199. You can get all of the oils that you need for testing. Okay, so let's see if we can get Tammy unmuted. If we can't, Tammy, it's okay, not a big deal. But we'll see if we can get your voice imprint. Let's see, Tammy, I don't know if you have a microphone. If you don't, it's no big deal. We'll just test as we have it. Okay, Tammy, it looks like it's working. How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, great. I was looking for my earbuds. My son was telling me I had to have them, but
Well, Tammy, first let's get your voice imprint. So can I have you say, my name is, say your name, and then say A-E-I-O-U.
my name
Okay, wait, let me just count you down. So I'll start recording here in 3, 2, 1, go ahead.
my name is Tammy Rhodes, A-E-I-O-U.
Okay, that's perfect. And it's scanning the voice right now. And can you tell us a little bit about why should we work on liver detoxification? Or you don't have to tell us that. What about something, maybe just something you want to achieve in your health?
Well, I was on a lot of pain medicines, anti-inflammatories, and steroids for 3 or 4 years,
Oh,
and
okay.
and so I'm sure I still need a lot of work.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, with that, I'll remute you here, and we're going to bring up your results, and we're going to talk about it, and then we'll probably check back in with you and see how all of this is landing with you.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, cool. All right, here we go. So let's look at Tammy's results. Oh, we don't have this. Let me see if I can get this back here. Oh, phew. All right, there we go. All right, so we've already put in her information, and we're selecting liver detox. So let's see what comes up for her, and then we'll talk about the results. If you guys have any suggestions, any additional suggestions for Tammy, or in general for things to add to our panel that we didn't come up with initially, then certainly let me know. We can add it in. So fun stuff. See, this is so fun when you're dealing with an individual and you get to talk to them about the different things that are coming up for them. It's super engaging. It's great conversation. They end up with really wonderful suggestions for them. And then again, they don't have to purchase everything, but you can run the energy of these different things. So it's really really good stuff. I really enjoy it. This is one of the more fun things to do in natural medicine. Okay, so the way that you read the numbers is you go from the very lowest number, and the one that is the very lowest will tell you what is the best remedy for them is probably grapefruit right here. And we did hear that there's a lot of need for detoxification. She was on some medications and some steroids, and all of those really take a toll on the body. She's still pretty young. Tammy's a pretty young person, but we want to get out in front of all of this stuff before it becomes serious. So having her do some of these rounds of the oils is going to be really helpful for her. That citrus oil is really going to help to open up the biliary tract like we talked about. It's going to get some of that sludge and junk out, and she can both apply it over the liver. There's probably some liver points, and she could also take it internally. She could combine it with castor oil and rub it over the liver, which is also something that's great. But any of the citrus fruits can do that, but go slow. Like Kelly said, she had some reactions to it. I think she was just detoxing too quickly. All right, so let's look at some of the other things here. And okay, just want to see if we could get a little bit more about the grapefruit. But grapefruit is really, really good for working with the liver, for detoxification. I love grapefruit and orange and lemon. They're sort of perfect for the time that we're in, which is a very toxic time. Um, Grapefruit also can suppress the appetite, so it can be a good weight loss oil. People like it for that. Things that are citrus have the quality of breaking things up. So things that are stuck and stagnant and not moving, citrus is a mover. Think of the energy of lemon and orange. They have that sort of that acidity that allows things to begin to move. So we see here we've also got frankincense. Frankincense just all around, that's the oil that does everything. It's anti-cancer, it's an antioxidant. It is a very, very high vibrational frequency. It can protect you. It has so many different benefits to it. It's really quite an amazing oil. If you can afford it, getting the sacred frankincense is an even better way to go. It seems to have an extremely high vibration. I always feel incredible, even if I just get a little bit of a drop of frankincense. Frankincense is also known as, I think it's the one that's known as boswellia. So frankincense is also known as boswellia, and we use boswellia internally in natural medicine a lot for reducing people's pain, for reducing their arthritic pain. It's a really great pain reliever. So frankincense oil has an earthy, uplifting aroma. This is from Young Living Oil. It creates a safe and comforting environment when you diffuse or inhale this empowering oil, a perfect opportunity to collect your thoughts. When somebody's wearing sacred frankincense, I know it in a second that somebody in the room is wearing sacred frankincense. And I'm usually like, drifting over to that part of the room in order to um, hang out with them, because it just is a very magnetizing oil. So I guess that a lot of the uses for the different oils from the Young Living perspective has been actually scrubbed from the website because of the ridiculous FDA stuff going on. So frankincense oil has been revered in the Middle East. You just know that it has a very trans-dimensional property when you come in contact with frankincense oil. Anything that really moves you in a powerful way, when you inhale the oil, when you sort of allow the oil to diffuse, there are a few that are like that, and frankincense is one of them. You guys can probably think of a couple others that are just really, when you are connected to the oil, it's just a really special experience. Frankincense oil is inhaled or diffused in a vaporizer. It has a very effective sedative effect that induces a feeling of mental peace, relaxation, satisfaction, and helps to relieve anxiety, anger, and stress. If there's anybody in today's world that in a regular basis doesn't experience some anxiety and stress, I would be absolutely amazed. You've gone to a very high place. It says frankincense oil is also great for strengthening the gums and the hair roots. That's really important because a lot of people are losing their hair. They have thinning hair. Stops wounds from bleeding. It speeds up the healing of cuts, acne, insect bites, and boils. Really something incredible. So I love frankincense. It's a really good one to have in there. So far for Tammy, we have grapefruit, we have frankincense, Endoflex, good old Endoflex, for balancing the endocrine and hormonal system. So it looks like that's on your list, Tammy, to balance your endocrine system and to bring your hormonal system into more balance is really important for you. So that would probably be a really winning oil for you as well. So we've gone 34, 38, then we've gone up to the Endoflex, which is 114. And so that's how you work with people, is you begin to work in that order of priority, and you're working up from the biggest priority, and you may just want to have them order the grapefruit. Maybe that's the only one in order to save the money. And then what you do is you grab those frequencies of the rest of the oils and you run those energetically, but also you're educating the person about what their body is really asking for and craving. and what the body is really, really wanting. So let's just see if I can have something here. Okay, Endoflex this is from the Essential Oils Handbook, is really great for hormonal balance, improving metabolism, and weight control. Has anybody ever used Endoflex for weight loss and has any type of a story to share about that? We'd love to hear that if you have that. We also have Juva powder and orange oil and thieves. I think that the orange oil is the same as the grapefruit. I think that's for opening up the biliary tree. Tammy, I wouldn't be surprised if a gallbladder flush or just working with these oils really can help to transform your health in a powerful way. I think we really need to open up that biliary tree and work on the bile flow for you. And I didn't see Juvatone didn't really come up for you. I wonder if you might be taking it, because that I would think that would be a really good one for you as well. Lots of beets, lots of carrots. I think those would all be good for you, whether it's in a juice or even just steaming some beets and cooking them would be good. Endoflex contains spearmint that helps with the nervous system and the hormone system. Myrtle. Myrtle is in Endoflex. We went over this last time when we reviewed the thyroid. Myrtle is very, very good for the thyroid. I really like this Endoflex for you. And as I read through all of this, you guys, this would probably be my number one recommendation for Tammy. I think this is going to have the most multidimensional activity for her. Myrtle may normalize the hormonal balances of the thyroid and the ovaries. Who doesn't need that today? That would be fantastic. It helps the respiratory system. It's good for coughs and respiratory issues. There's spearmint, myrtle, and nutmeg. Nutmeg helps to support the adrenal glands and gives increased energy. No wonder Endoflex is so powerful. It can help with aches and joints, aches and muscle pains. It can help with aches and pains in the muscles and the joints. Having a little trouble reading. Okay, German chamomile is in there, and that's really good for overall reproductive hormonal ailments. Geranium is in there. Geranium helps with balancing hormones. It's anti-inflammatory. Sage is in here, and sage really helps again with reproductive stuff, with balancing estrogen specifically. Sage is really good for, and it says the Lakota Indians used it for purification and healing. Now, this is one, Kelly, you're going to like this one. Sage is used to dispel negative emotions, as well as is complete body tonic for healing and strength. So really, really good stuff. That was a great formulation on the part of Gary Young, or the Young Living Oil team. Endoflex is a genius, really, combination of oils when you think about it. So Tammy, that would really be my number one recommendation for you. But we want to run all of those. And then we have the Juva powder that actually, that Annette talked about. She talked about the wonderful sprinkling the Juva powder and using it. And if we remember, the Juva powder has, let's see, where is that? It has the aniseed, fennel seed, aloe vera, peppermint leaf, anise, fennel. These are all things that are really, really great for the digestive system. So that would really be fantastic. So working on your digestion and your hormones and your liver is paramount for you. That's what's really coming up. We had a few other ones like thieves. That's going to be anti-infective. That's really going to help as well. And then we have sulfurzyme, a little bit of sulfur helping the detoxification pathways of the body. So let's see a couple of comments here. Thea got me hooked on frankincense, says Pam. And Annette says an ancient manuscript found in Egypt said that they use it for everything from healing a broken toe to a broken head. The liver, of course, breaks down hormones. Pam, thank you for that great reminder. And Tammy says, I'm not taking Juvatone. That would be good for you. But it didn't come up as strongly as the Endoflex did, so you can spend your money wisely here. And grapefruit over the liver, Endoflex, where should I put it? You can put it over the liver as well. Or I think Annette's going to have some good suggestions for you. Eliza says, I love sacred frankincense. And Kelly had a couple of comments here. She said, I get great results releasing liver emotions with Release or Juva Cleanse. or GLF or inner child. Then the toxins, we should really add GLF and the other ones. Also, many times the kidneys, adrenals, like the vagus nerve, or possibly the spleen lock up the liver. When you unlock the other organs, the liver flows and eliminates the need for supplements. So that's something that we have to really work out step by step. Kelly, that's hard to teach in a sort of a momentary, hey, do this, this, and this. That's something that would be good to teach people how to do in a step-by-step fashion. So hopefully we can bring that to people. And Kelly also says, I can testify that running the frequency of the oil works. I couldn't believe how effective running the frequency of the oil was for Anna's mom. Let's face it, you can't have all the oils with you all the time, but you can carry the quantum infinity. And so, yeah, that was really my point. Having this panel is really, really powerful. I'll send you guys all the offer for the $100 off in case those of you who have it want to get the panel. Also, I just wanted to tell you a little bit about, just wanted to do the rest of this here. Oh, God. Let me just skip this one. Let me go to the summary here. You guys, if you have any prospects, this is through me exclusively as a distributor. I have two packages that are the most popular. One is offered through Quantum Life, which is the 1097 package, but I offer it as well. So if you have any prospects and they just want to basically get the Quantum Infinity plus the wristbands, they can get the Essentials package. If they want to get 100 customized testing panels, oops, sorry, I see you guys can't see anything. Sorry about that. Okay, let's try that again. Then the keynote just totally kicked off on me, huh? Okay, there it is. Oh, technology, you are a wonderful thing. Let me go back in here and let me actually see if I can make this work. Oh, there we go. All right, that's a lovely thing. All right, let me quickly explain this. You guys, if you have prospects and you want to send them my way, usually it's $10.97 for the basic system, and it's $19.97 for a system that I offer, which includes 100 testing panels, a 20 video training package, 3 hours of personal time with me or one of my certified trainers. They get a digestive webinar, a hormonal webinar, and they get all of the Young Living Oil panels. So from now until July 9th, if you have somebody in mind, they'll actually get $100 off the Essential package or $200 off the Healers package. And you will still get the commission for that. So it's something I'm offering exclusively separate from Quantum Life. So send prospects my way. Even if they're not ready to buy, I can help them with the trial. And then they'll still get the panels from me. So really, I appreciate you guys sending me your referrals. That's why I post these on a regular basis. That's why I do these webinars on a regular basis, and I send you the recordings. Hopefully we can learn something together, but also really appreciate your referrals and letting people know about the Young Living Oils panels as a way to build their business. So do we have any final, a couple of you guys are jumping off here, but do you have any final questions? I would be more than happy to answer your questions. Any final questions or comments? Why do you put the high numbers on the bottom instead of the top? I put them down in the multi-layer because I often put all of my frequencies in the multi-layer as opposed to the balance layer because I like to work in other screens. Is inner child good for childhood trauma? Probably Kelly is a good person to answer that. I would imagine it is. And you guys, Donna and Marie, just say awesome class. All right, you guys. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. Please be in touch. You'll automatically receive the recording and the offer if you want to get those panels, or be in touch with me by email, ariel@awakentotalhealth.com. Now, before you guys go, I want to let you know we're having this every 2 weeks. So if you're registered for this, we will have another one in 2 weeks, and you can come back as many times as you want. We're just really trying to get the word out there about this webinar series. So please share the link with people. And we're going to have this again in 2 weeks. And we're going to talk about a different topic in 2 weeks. So Kelly says you can put inner child on the earlobe, and it powerfully helps to clear the DNA of those past traumas. All right, you guys, thank you again. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Be in touch with me. Thank you for being a part of this. I really appreciate it. And shoot me an email and let me know how we can make it better. I'd love to hear from you. Take care, everyone, and be well. Bye-bye for now.